What's good, ladies and gentlemen, bitches? Welcome back to the channel, and we have another Burnley FC career mode episode for you guys. Episode 26 coming, and we are just getting started in the series. I mean, we're halfway to 100. We're halfway to episode 50, which we usually try and do some sort of a special episode for 50 and 100, and obviously 150. We'll see what happens, but we're just getting started. Like I said, I'm looking for the longest, definitely longest series on my channel so far. I'm looking at around even 10 seasons. I want to be one of the first dudes to ever do 2 seasons. I said 10 seasons in a career mode on YouTube. I'm breaking boundaries, I'm breaking records. But yeah, we're just getting started in this career mode. And we're starting off with a match against Swansea City, who are, their team is quite poor, if we're completely honest. In terms of FIFA, they got a few players who could cause you trouble, but defensively right there, if you're going to be making mistakes like that, you're going to be losing every single game of the week. Pozuelo nicking it off of, I think it was Gore, he took it off of the winger, who played an attacking midfield in this game, actually. Pozuelo nicked it off of him, though. I could have went for goal. Keeper was closing Pozuelo down. Like I said, Pozuelo's been brilliant recently, just dumping it off for a little assist to Patrick Bamford, who gets himself another goal. Been getting on the score sheet a little bit more in recent times, but it still needs to improve. He still needs to get on the score sheet that little bit more. Swansea coming forward. Player of the season last year, Jordan Ayew finds Wilfred Bonny, one of them players who could cause us a little bit of trouble if he turns up on the day. Roque Mensah, not a bad player either. I said Mensah, but Roque Mensah, not a bad player. But again, Jordan Ayew playing it into Mensah. He finds Gore in the box, and he's denied by Paul Lopez, again trying to keep himself another clean sheet, as he really is starting to perform for us after signing in deadline day. Manquillo finds Juricic. He's going to play it back to Manquillo, and Javier Manquillo almost scoring his first goal for the team, getting into the box. Just finally get forward. I want to see my fullbacks get forward a little bit more, but Manquillo this season really hasn't been doing that all too much, which, I consider him quite a bit attacking fullback, but maybe FIFA doesn't consider him so much of one on the other side, because I do always have my fullbacks set to always overlap, but they don't always do that. The tactics generally seem a little bit better. Like now I feel like my defensive midfielders actually sit back when I tell them to. Like I have Jordi Classy set to always sit back, and he really doesn't go forward too much, which you guys would have known I've had problems with in other FIFA. I assume everyone has had problems with, because the game has been broken. It just hasn't worked. Like, you would set a defensive midfielder to always stay back, and they would always be in the box. But, like I say, it feels like that's not really a problem anymore this year, which is good. But we're coming into another Europa League fixture. It's a competition which we've been doing pretty good in. I feel under stress in the competition because of the board. Like, the expectations of me to reach the semi-final is quite ridiculous, and you guys have seen it's not been an easy ride for us in this competition at all. Wayne Rooney does put the ball into the back of the net just over 20 minutes in, as he's nursing an injury as well, but he was chalked back. Well, the goal was chalked off for offside. Pozuelo turning, running past his man, finding Bamford in the box, denied by a good save by the keeper, and as it's put back into the box, straight into the hands of Favre. I did want to say as well, it's been brought to my attention that Wayne Rooney is wearing the number 15 shirt, as Adam Milson scores another goal. He scored in the Europa League where he plays now. He scored 2 in his last game, which, I don't want to give him too much credit for, because they were some, the first goal was a very good finish. It was a bit fortunate the way it fell to him. Good finish, just like that one. That was a really good finish. The second one, he was left completely unmarked in the box. He's not really, neither striker is impressing me majorly, but I still feel like I have to give the edge to Bamford. Adam Milson playing it into Classy, showing me what I've been saying he's not been showing me, which is link-up play and creativity, which is why I kind of favour Bamford, and Bamford's getting a few more chances. Bamford does come on along with Steven Defoe, who is back from injury. Finally, your boy is back. He's just in it now. He came back, well, he's been out for a while. Patrick Bamford came off the bench as well and came close right there with that header, but it wasn't going to be enough to get the find. To find the back of the net right there. It's not bad delivery from Defoe, so both of our subs coming on to combine to create that chance. But like I said, Defoe we haven't missed him as much as we have in previous times, but I still feel like we've missed him. We have been struggling to score goals still. So hopefully the arrival of Defoe can really push us back into that. So obviously Pozuelo, like I did say, not too sure with Defoe coming back what's going to happen with Defoe and Pozuelo, because I don't really want to just drop Pozuelo out the team now with how he's been playing. As you can see, we're playing against Aston Villa in our next game at Villa Park, and they're the lowest scoring team in the league. So it's one of those games you expect us to be winning with no excuses, no troubles. But I've realized, like you might have realized, you probably realized over the years as well, that it's games like this that are really the games that end up surprising me, whether I lose it or I draw it or whatever. Always games like this where I come into it expecting nothing less than a win that I really have problems with. So we'll see if I can pick up a win against Aston Villa. They get the first chance of the game as we're coming off the back of 2 clean sheets in a row. Paul Lopez making a save, looking to grab another one from Hogan. Well, not from Hogan, but denying Hogan with his effort right there. Aston Villa, from the resulting corner, you see, going to put the ball into the box. Glenn Whelan, and the ball is headed wide, just climbing over Hendrick right there. And Aston Villa continuing to pile a little bit of pressure. Shibola on the ball right here, turning, he plays it into Hogan, continuing to just create chance after chance right now. And Hogan does turn and hit the post. A little bit unfortunate right there. Not into the end of the game before another chance is created. Filip Juricic plays it to Bamford. He's going to turn back inside. Finds Juricic. And Galini in the goal for Aston Villa makes an absolutely outstanding save to deny Juricic from putting us in the lead right there. And the match ends 0-0. And like I said, these games here where I'm expecting to win with ease, we should have been beaten. Newly promoted Aston Villa, rock bottom of the table at 20th place, and we can't pick up a win against them. It's just frustrating. Could not be more frustrating. But best 11 of the week right here. Carlos Zambrano in there, obviously with our clean sheets we've been getting. Carlos Zambrano, the only player for our team to make it in. Otherwise, mostly Chelsea players. You saw it right there, dominated. More training. Ben Woodburn does go up to a 73 overall. Adam Milson also continuing to be trained. I do want to keep training Adam Milson till the thing goes, but at the same time, I do want to bring some other players into training and give them a little bit, just to improve the squad as a whole. Defoe gets his first start since going out injured as he starts in that cam position. Juricic, Adam Milson getting a start up front, leading the line by himself. I mean, I thought I'd give him a chance. He's been scoring in the Europa League. We'll see what he can do in the league. But it's not Adam Milson who opens the scoring in this one. It is Scotty Sinclair who's having a much better season than he did. Well, I don't want to, every time I say that, it seems like I'm kind of, it's a bit harsh on him, because like I said, you guys all know it. He joined us in January. He got injured pretty much straight away, and that kind of, it started his start to the career. But then later on in season 1, he did start stepping up, and this season he's been possibly our best player this year. Either him or Wayne Rooney, I'd say. Possibly, I'd say Sinclair, Wayne Rooney, Juricic, or Jordi Clasie have been our best players, but probably up there highest would be Sinclair and Rooney, and then possibly Juricic as well. Sinclair getting down left hand side again, pulling it back to Wayne Rooney, creating chance after chance. 43 minutes on the clock now. Juricic finding Defoe, and look at the cross from Defoe into Adam Milson, and the finish. Usually when something like that happens, it's because you're trying to switch player. Yeah, like you're pressing that L1, LB to switch a player into the box, and then they end up lobbing it. I was not doing that. I don't know why that finish was like that. It was poor. Adam Milson was actually taken down after he hit it. So maybe you could think about that. Maybe possible penalty shout. But West Ham did punish us for missing that chance in the second half, as they came down that same end, and Robert Snodgrass fires into the back of the net. Is Slaven Bilic still West Ham's manager? I don't even know, because they update the game, don't they, for that? Is he still? He can't be, because the way they fire managers nowadays, Slaven Bilic has been doing pretty poor. He can't be the manager now, because they just lost to goddamn Brighton. Did they lose? I can't remember. Moving on swiftly, 82 minutes, we're trying to get ourselves back into the lead. Scott Sinclair finding Adam Milson, and this is what Adam Milson offers us, that pace down the channel, crosses it in, Juricic is there, and Adrian makes a brilliant save with his right hand. And I'm saying, Adam Milson offers us that pace, but he doesn't run the channels as much as I like. That's another thing I like about Bamford. He's always running the channels. Always. And it's weird because he's not the one with the pace, but he's always running the channels. And that is a through ball that I love to play. That through ball down the line. It opens so much up. You could go shoot across goal. You could cut back and try and look for a pullback. You could cross. You could do so much once you play that through ball down the channel. It's an easy way to get into your opponent's final third. But that is the end of today's episode. You see a Premier League table. Man City, Chelsea, Spurs, followed by Burnley. We have cracked the top 4 and then West Brom behind us. Respect to that for my former career mode team. And like to see Leicester doing a little bit better. But we are in the top 4 now by goal difference. And we're looking a lot better than we was this time last season, especially with goals scored. I still don't feel like we're scoring enough goals, but we're conceding a lot less than we was last season. So that's where we're improving. Hopefully we can figure out a way to score more goals. I'm going to, next episode, if I still struggle, I'm going to look at my tactics and possibly formation and see what we can do to change that. But we're looking strong in this episode. Love you guys for watching. Thank you. Peace.